Girl,
Now we're live. We're very live.
I,
Yes.
you said some stuff tonight. I mean, and with you, that's your heart. I can feel you.
Hmm.
Shedding the tears or whatever. It took everything in me to hold back tears because wow, when you said what you said, it put his arm and told
Yes.
you, take your thing. Don't come back. Isn't God good?
Listen.
Girl, even when
Listen.
look, even when we're in places that we don't got no business. No, we aren't supposed to be there. Look,
Listen.
come on.
Listen. And people don't even know the half of what people go through daily, just trying to get and navigate through life.
Yes.
Sometimes people struggle behind the scenes because they're afraid of being judged and talked about. And I've been there. Being the person I am and the mandate I carry. Um, I've been in places, and I'm like, Lord, I'm done. I'm tired. I'm done.
Yeah.
And you're never done with God. He's
No.
gonna always redirect you to your purpose and the path that He desires for you.
Yeah.
And so that's where I am. Yes.
So let's ooh, honey. So let's go to this next question.
Yes.
How do you personally continue to grow spiritually, emotionally, and professionally? Because remember when we started talking and I was
Yeah.
saying you so many hats, but you're always giving back to the community, sis. How do
Mhm.
you do this? How do you navigate through life? You still keep it together. Still keep it together. Look how you looking all I'm gonna do this.
Woo. I will say I've learned to disconnect.
Ooh.
And oftentimes people feel bad for disconnecting. And I'm
Ooh.
one that doesn't. And when I disconnect, I not only disconnect from the world, but I disconnect from my children. I disconnect from my husband. Because in that moment, in that space, I gotta, I gotta serve me.
Mm.
As a mother, we're always sowing into our children. We're always making sure our children's needs are met. That's my priority. But I've taught my kids to empathize when I'm in a bad place
Yes.
because I don't think our children recognize when we in vulnerable in bad places. And I've taught my kids to recognize when mama is not in a good place. And when I'm not in a good place, respect my space at that moment. And so my kids are trained. They know and they allow me to have that space. They're my younger two kids are 15 and 13. My older two are 30 and 24.
Wow.
And I used to disconnect and I used to tell my family, listen, just watch the kids for an hour, for a few hours. I'm good. I'm safe, but I need a moment. And they would blow my phone up. And I am the type of mother I will respond. If my children call me, if they call me back to back, I'm responding. I'm picking up the call. And I've taught them to, they know they have a strong mom. They know that mom is capable of survival, regardless of what state she's in. Um, and so I've taught them to relax and
Mm.
allow me that space to be able to focus on myself. And I make sure I have people in place so that I know my children are okay, so I won't have to worry. So I know I got those trustworthy people. I got their grandparents, their aunties, their siblings in place. So if I need a break,
Mm.
don't call me unless it's life threatening. If it's not life threatening, if you need to go to the store, if you need a bag of chips, hey,
Just
call my oldest son, call your grandmother.
just don't call you.
Don't call me unless it's life threatening. And so they have gotten used to that over the years, and it has helped them to be, calmer. They still want to know my whereabouts, like what you doing, where you at, what and I'm like, I'm good, you know. Um, and so just disconnecting, learning to disconnect when you need to. And that disconnection got to be you got to be selfish, and you got to really focus on the things that are important to you and engage in those activities that are meaningful to you in that moment.
Wow. Sister, I know that's going to help somebody. Because when I tell you, you helping me, honey, you done started something. So I got to disconnect. Okay.
Yes, disconnect. And you can't care when you disconnect. You got to say, nothing else matters but me in this moment. You got to have a time frame on. If you're going to do a week, say, you know what? Anybody that call me with their problems, I'm not able to chat about it. Anybody that call me and need to go to the store, I'm not able to take them. And they got to figure it out. You got to let them figure it out. You can't be so soft and weak and feel bad and be crying, and because they got to figure it out. Yeah.
Wow. Girl, you helping me. You
Yes.
start trying to figure
Yes.
eyes dry at the same time. You see me, right?
Yes.
What advice would you give to women who feel stuck or disconnected from their purpose?
So, if you ever feel stuck in your purpose, I always say tap into your surroundings, tap in to the people you're connected to, because it's likely you're not connected to people who are pushing you forward. You're not connected to motivating people. You're not connected to people who have goals. And if you find yourself in a place of stagnation, oftentimes we have mental and emotional blocks and past experiences that may hinder us from progress. But I say always tap in, because you can't progress if you're not around progression. If you're not around advancement, you can't advance. And when you're in a content and stuck place, sometimes it's actually familiar territory. You're either in a place where you're so familiar with the people you have been involved in, you're so familiar with the territory that you can't think beyond that. And so sometimes you have to take a step out. You got to step out on some faith and maybe move to a new area. Expose yourself to people who are growing.
Yes.
Expose yourself to people who are advancing. Expose yourself even in your state of doubt, state of distress, state of insecurities. You have to surround yourself and put yourself in places where people are higher than you, where they can say, sister, just do it. Like that lady told me, just do it. I was in a place where I didn't have clarity. She say, just do it. She say, I buy fruit. And when I have an event, I buy fruit and I just set up somewhere. Just do it. And so you can't, when you got a fearful mindset, you will never move forward until you're able to replace that negative thinking. Everything starts with a thought. Yes. Everything we do, it starts with a thought. And sometimes we overthink, and those negative thinking patterns become our behavior, become our lifestyles, to the point it cripples us. And when we become crippled and do not consider therapy in the process, and I'm not talking about therapy, I'm talking about therapy to the point where you are motivating yourself, because the world is not going to motivate you. Let me tell you something. People are not going to clap for you. People are not going to applaud you. People are not going to give you their stage. You have to sometimes create your own stage. Sometimes you got to create your own platform because everybody is not going to give you the same level of respect that they give themselves. And so they're going to put you on the back burner. They're going to put your gift on the back burner. They're going to set you to the side. They're going to tell you you can't be the voice. They're going to tell you that you're limited. But when you step out on what God has called you to do, when you step out on what God has placed inside of you, and you say, you know what, come hell or high waters, I don't care what man says. I'm stepping out on what God has placed inside of me. I'm utilizing the gifts in the earth that God has placed inside of me to be able to be effective in the universe. Listen, when you get that level of confidence, you can look at people who have talked about you. You can look at people who have shut the door in your face. Woo! Y'all gonna make me preach. You can look at the opportunities that were missed.
Yes.
And you create your own opportunities. Because you know what? You're no longer looking for people that's going to give you a stage or give you a platform or give you a voice. Because you create your own success. And that's what you have to do. You have to get to a place where you're not looking for people to validate you. A lot of us are crippled because we're looking for people to validate us, to make us feel good about ourselves, to make us feel good about what God has given us, to make us feel good about our calling. But when you know God for yourself,
that part,
God will separate you. Ready, set, grow. God will separate you and push you forward in the things he's called you to.
Ready, set, grow. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. Sister. Lord have mercy. You sure you not holding? I don't know what the women's retreat gonna be like.
Woo, woo. Lord have mercy.
This. Okay.
Yes, because I'm fasting up until that point, like soon.
Tell me about it.
Woo.
All the ladies on live. If you can hear us, just give us a thumbs up or something. I know you may not be able to see her. And I don't know if her Facebook will even bring her on, but just give me a thumbs up or something. Let me know that you can hear her, even though you can't see her, because y'all need to hear this conversation. But we'll send you the how to come back and watch this video, because she's putting out some nuggets, ladies. I'm telling you, she's definitely empowering us on tonight. Whew. Sister, let me see this next question. Now, this one right here. How do you personally prioritize self-care and mental wellness? Lord,
yes.
Mental.
So let me tell you what I do. Put that phone on do not disturb, first of all, because my phone is constantly on the go. And so putting my phone on disconnect and knowing, listen, I am not answering calls, and be consistent with yourself. Because sometimes we make promises to ourselves and we don't follow through. And so I make sure today I'm putting my phone on do not disturb. I'm disconnecting and I'm focusing on the things that matter to me. If I want to go get a new wig, if I want to go get my nails done, if I want to get my feet scrubbed, whatever I want to do, I'm going to do it. Whether you like it, whether you don't like it, who cares in that moment? And I think when we get to the point where we stop worrying about what other people feel about us making our own choices for our own happiness, what I realize is we want other people's opinions about the choices we want to make that makes us happy. I don't need you to give me permission to be happy. If that makes me happy, if I want to go get a massage in my two-piece, if I want to go buy me a colorful wig, if I want to buy me a new dress, If I want to buy me 2-inch heels, notice I said 2-inch because I can't walk in 10-inch anymore. But if I want to buy me some 2-inch heels, that's okay. And I don't care what you feel about it. When you get a certain level of confidence, I don't know if that comes with age because I'm 46, and my level of confidence is at an all-time high. When I
Mm-hmm.
tell you it's at an all-time high, I don't care what you feel. I don't care what you think. I don't care how you view me
Mm-hmm.
because I'm making choices that builds me. I'm making choices that promotes my happiness.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think we got to get to a point where we become selfish
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people are living up to everybody else's standards. If we all were to just disconnect from what other people desire of us,
Mm-hmm.
what people see in us, and they want to put us on certain pedestals that they feel we belong,
Mm-hmm.
we're lowering our standards. And guess what? We are surrendering to the things that are less than what God has prepared for us.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Lord. Okay. I'm trying to let these ladies see you because they need to. It's so
Actually, it's very live on my end. So even if it's not on your end, it will be on my end and I can share it.
good. So, ladies, you got her name right there. If you go to her Facebook page and just friend her or watch it live on her page, you'll be able to see it. We're not sure what's going on with the live, but we're going to get out tonight.
Mhm. Yes.
Oh, God. So, next thing I want to know, I know with you being a minister, with you having everything you got going on, sister, how do you build genuine connections with other women in your community?
So what I do, I'm often in the community and I'm often supporting other people. I love to promote other people. I love to empower other people because I realize that everybody doesn't have a platform. Everybody, doesn't have their own voice. Some people are not recognized. Some people will never be recognized. And so I like those people whose name has never been mentioned.
Hmm.
I like the people who are considered the bottom of the barrel. I like the people who know what they want, but still indecisive of what they want and how to get there. Because I love to empower those type of people, those vulnerable populations. Because when we get a certain status in life, sometimes we look at other people as being beneath us. And I've always told God that, I see people wearing these hats and brims and collars and attire. But you know what? I don't want to be anything other than who I am. I never want to be above God, number one. Um, and we already know that we're not perfect. And so putting on this false image, trying to make people think we got it all together, that our life is so perfect, our children are perfect, we don't have issues, we're financially okay, everything just, because we in Christ or we love Christ or because we're ministers. I never want people to think my life is perfect.
Mhm.
I want people to know that I struggle just like them. I struggle in areas just like everybody else. I may fall just like everybody else. They always consider ministers as being the top dogs. We are supposed to be the one who's always strong. But let me tell you something. Sometimes I don't want to be strong. Sometimes I'm at a breaking point. I don't want nobody. I don't want to hear no praying. I'm trying to figure out the solution to the problem that I'm facing. And sometimes I just don't want to hear mama and them praying. I don't want nobody talking about. Sometimes I'm just in a real state of reality. And so I'm always who I am. People know me as being very genuine. I really have a heart for people, but I'm the type of person I don't want to pretend. I don't want to pretend that I got it all together, because at the end of the day, none of us deserves his glory. None of us deserves his grace. I don't care how much we get on these platforms and try to make it seem like we are one way, and we try to create these images and maintain these images. And when you are real about who you are and real with yourself, it takes less energy and you're much happier, because
Yeah.
nothing is forced. I am who I am. Accept me like I am. I strive for perfection, but on a Thursday or a Wednesday or a Tuesday, you could catch me. I'm tired. I'm ready to knock one of my kids out. You know, I may not even want to be bothered. You know what I'm saying? So I'm human. And so I just want to be real with people. Just, let people know, hey, I am who I am, but people know me as being genuine. I strive for perfection. I try my best to do what is right. But I never want to appear perfect, because that I'm not.
Wow. Well, thank you for being so transparent. I tell you, people need to hear that because,
Yes.
truth be told, like you were saying, being ministers of the gospel, people don't understand.
Ooh,
We're
it's a
just
struggle.
all right. we say
Listen,
we answered the
how many days a week we want to throw in the towel? But the
call.
one thing I know about God, when you're called, you're called. You can run from it.
Hmm?
You can try to avoid it. You can try to push it to the side. You can put a little weight on it and say, I'm gonna try it next year. But the unction
Yep.
will always be there. It will always bother you. It will
Yeah.
always come for you, because you are designed for this. You were created for this. And I want everybody to know each of us have a purpose. Your purpose may not be in ministry. Your purpose may be with the Apple company. Your purpose may be with Google. Your purpose may be on the playground with the children. Your purpose may be at the Amico. I don't know. But wherever you serve diligently,
Mm-hmm.
wholeheartedly, genuinely, sincerely, so that people will notice your good works.
Yes. Yes. Wow. Ooh, sister. Lord have mercy. Okay, this next one I got for you. We was talking.
Yes.
What role does sisterhood play in personal or professional growth to you?
So I do have a sisterhood. We actually came out of a ministry where um we danced together. We were in ministry as a dance team. We have maintained that relationship. Our DFMI, if anybody knows, we have had a relationship, a sisterhood over 20 years. We text every day. We often talk. We often get together. We pull our wigs off and lay them on the couch. We let our hair down. And we have those transparent moments where we can be ourselves and be honest about our experiences, and really be supportive of one another. We actually we have so much history and memories, photos, so much together over the last 20 years. We just text each other today. We in a group chat, and those are my closest sisters besides my biological sister. And when you have a sisterhood of women who are non-judgmental, who knows your role, but see you in your vulnerable places of life, and are able to relate and empower you and build you up and not take a gun and kill you because of a mistake you've made. We all have that support system. And when you have that sisterhood of women who are supportive and prayerful, it actually helps you become resilient in your life. You become extra superwoman because you have those people who see you here, but helps you to get back to here. And so remember to always create and maintain those supportive systems of people who are going to be there for you in those places where you can't share your trauma, your stuff, your vulnerabilities with everybody. And when you have that sisterhood, then you feel safe, you feel protected, and you feel more secure.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
Oh, even when you feel like days you can't do it, you got that one sister that gonna be in your ear. Now, Stephanie, you know this not your personality.
Whew.
Where you going? What you
I'm
doing?
like, girl, I'm clocked out. Listen, whatever you say, I be denying my sister and everybody. I don't want to be stubborn in that moment. And we got to be real as a mental health professional and advocate for mental health. We got to be real with what we feel. And I think people are not real with what they feel because they're trying to maintain this image. And when you get to the level of confidence where you're no longer trying to maintain an image, then you can be real with yourself and how
Ab-
you feel, how you think, you can be real with yourself.
Absolutely, sis. Absolutely. What advice would you give to women struggling to find their voice?
Mm, wow. I would say open your mouth wider, speak louder. Um, I would encourage women to look in the mirror and begin to speak to yourself. I would say surround yourself with other women who align with your purpose, who align with the things that you desire to do, that align with those things that you're called to. Find those events, those areas where you can become involved and have enough confidence to where you can become the next voice for the next generation. Because we need active women who are bold, who are empowering, who are courageous, who are strong enough to say, I gotta be the voice. Because if I'm not the voice, nobody else will get to where they need to be if I don't speak out. And so, as an advocate, it's my job to make sure that I'm not silenced and not allow anybody to silence me because the voice God gave me is
Mm.
meant to plant seeds and to change lives.
Amen. Amen. Oh, sister. Okay, this is a good one. How can women support each other more effectively in everyday life?
Mm, let me answer that. First of all, we must let go of the attitudes. We
Ooh,
must let go of the jealousy.
yes.
We must let go of the envy. We've got to get to a place of forgiveness with one another because oftentimes, as women, we view the next sister as if she's better than us, and they've never told us they were better than us. It's a judgmental thought that we have considered without even getting to know people. And I know as Black women, we often do it, and I will speak on it. Black women, we often will not get to know people, our sister, sometimes it's based on someone else's opinion of them. And that's what we got to be careful of. Don't dislike people. Don't judge people. Don't not involve yourself with people because of someone else's opinion of them. You could miss out on a real friend. You could miss out on somebody that will keep you on life support versus pulling the plug.
Lord have
But
mercy.
all because you chose to follow what your next sister said about the person she don't even know.
Mm-mm.
You have missed out without getting to get to know people. And when people show you something different, that's when you can be your own judge. But until somebody shows you different, meet people where they are, love them where they are, get to know them where they are. And don't allow the person that brings trickery in your life and the person that causing the division, because you got some sisters that connected to you that's causing division in your life, that's stopping you from connecting to successful women so that you can't be successful. And so you have to be discerning of your connections. Because sometimes your connection is connected to your blessing.
Lord.
But all because you don't have your own individuality, because you're not confident, because you're not secure, you depend on your sister to make and break those relationships that you could potentially have in your life. And so I say we need to support each other. I say don't create judgment. Nobody's giving you reason to dislike them. Stop hating on folks. That sister has never said nothing about you. She has never worn your dress and got it out your closet and put it on without your permission. She has done nothing to you. You're just angry because you have not dealt with your own trauma. And then you got somebody else connected to you that has their own trauma and drama. And they want to separate you from the connections you need to be connected to.
Lord. Oh, sister, when I tell you, I'm not even saying that tonight because you know why? I'm taking it all in.
Take it in. Take it in.
Okay. I don't want to get to, like you say, oh, don't make me preach because I don't want to go there because this is your night. But everything you saying on my spirit over here, I'm just jumping up and down because we do have to realize that as women, we got to stop and learn how to smell the roses.
We
Stop
do.
and compliment each other and
Yes.
just be, period. At the end of the day, just be there for your sister.
What I notice, a lot of women are angry. I pick up on energies very quickly. A lot of women are angry. A lot of women have so much trauma, unresolved trauma, that they have not dealt with. And that trauma causes them to create these barriers to where they can't connect with people and really develop those healthy relationships or those connections with people that could really be beneficial to their overall well-being, spirituality, financially. We never know how people going to come into our life and be a blessing. But I think sometimes we hinder our own blessing by pushing people away for no reason.
Amen. Wow. Girl, I'm trying to make sure these ladies getting this because however I gotta do it. Look, by any means necessary.
I am going to send you the link, so no worries. No
Woo,
worries.
so good. Okay, sis, we wrapping it up. Lord.
Yes.
So if you could tell your younger self one, what would it be?
If I could tell my younger self, repeat that question again.
You could tell your younger self, the young lady, let's see, 18 and younger. Well, it doesn't even matter the age. Any just younger than what you are now. If you could speak to her, what's the one thing you would tell your younger self?
To my younger self, I would have told her, or I will tell her, to not allow anybody to silence you.
Mm.
No matter their role in society, no matter their status, their socioeconomical status, no matter their gender, do not allow yourself to be silent. Speak out on the things that matter to you, young lady.
Wow.
Be the voice for you, young lady. Don't hinder yourself because other people want to limit you, young lady. Don't allow yourself to remain stagnant because you want to support other people, young lady. Do not avoid stepping out on your call, young lady, because you feel inadequate, because you feel like you're not up to par, because you feel like you don't have it all together. Young lady, look in the mirror. Look in the mirror, young lady. Be confident, young lady. Step out into your boldness, young lady. Walk in your authority, young lady. Be who God has called you to be, young lady. Stop letting man limit you, young lady. Create your own platform, young lady. Stop waiting on other people to applaud you or push you forward or telling you when you can go forth. And young lady, stop it. Be you. Be different. Be strong. Be powerful. Be courageous. Be the voice. Be the voice, not only for yourself, but for those who are afraid to speak for themselves.
Mm.
Be the voice.
Voice. Whew. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, let me bring it back to earth. Look, the conversations that we be, that we have,
Yes.
and um, oh goodness, I'm just sitting back. See, because you started this, you started it off with the teary eye thing. I'm just trying to keep together.
Yes.
I first want to say, whew, we heard some of the things you were saying tonight. I can only imagine what it's gonna be like at the women's retreat when you step up to the. I'ma just have to put my seatbelt on before you even come on. Before you get the mic, I'm gonna put my seatbelt on, okay? But I want to say, sis, I love you. I thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being transparent. Thank you
Yes.
for you. Thank you for
Yes.
me. Even if it's prayer, talking to each other, just
Yes.
thank you for being you and never let nobody. But I
Yes.
nobody dim your light because now see, those the sisters we need in our circle. We need those
Yeah.
sisters that have answered the call, know who they are, walking in their purpose.
They'll become the light, the lamp shade trying to dim my light.
I know that.
They gonna be sitting there with a blow light bulb.
Oh, I, when we get off, don't forget. I'm gonna talk to these ladies on here, but
Yeah.
don't send the link. We're gonna
Yeah.
upload. Having problems with Facebook, we thank
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Tell all the ladies it's on StreamYard. The full
Yes.
conversation. You need to
Yes.
hear.
Yes.
They gotta hear the beginning, how you just came out. You just came
You
out.
know what? I don't even know if we even recorded that from the beginning because we wasn't live and then I hit live, but I think we had got past that. So I don't even know if that was on there.
You was dropping some numbers because a lot of young women need to know that, and
Mhm.
their
Yes.
where they are. But for you to have someone to tell you that you're not supposed to be in a certain club, that you're not,
He
I just
said you don't belong. He
love
was intoxicated. He said you don't belong. He said there's an aura. There's an anointing. He said aura, but
come to the
I'm
club.
just being real, y'all. When people see something on you,
Whew,
and I don't like to brag about me, but I'm saying when people notice the when people notice that you are called to something different, God can send anybody to speak to your life. And I promise you, if I knew or if I just knew where that man was, I would be able to testify to him who I am
today.
because he spoke a word. He said, I want you to leave here and I don't want you to ever come back. And that word stuck with me from that night to this day, 30 some years later.
Whew, look at God.
So, ready, set, grow, planting seeds and changing lives. Even if I spend a moment, a second with somebody, the seed that I plant, it will one day be manifested
God plants one
because
water.
that's God's promises for me as Ready, Set, Grow founder and CEO. Yes.
Sister, I appreciate you. I
Yes.
weekend with you. I know we gonna have a time, but I'm
Oh,
ready for us at the Marriott. I might have to warn them. I don't even think they know what about to happen. But
gosh.
with that being said, I love you.
I love you also.
So ladies can get it. Share your page.
Yes.
They need to see what all you're doing in the community.
Yes.
I love you. You have
Yes. Love you too. Thank you so much for having me on, and I will share that link. If anyone needs to contact me, you can reach me at www.aletaroundtree.com. My contact is 449692344. Thank you.
welcome. You have a good night, sis.
You too. Thank you. Be blessed.